had several things to go over today, so I did kind of make an agenda. If you guys want to follow along, I made extras. It's up to you.
We took action on the Impala today, so it's available.
Do we need to go pick it up, or?
I got to change the title, and then I'll see that you get it.
Okay. Oh, sorry about that. Okay, first of all, I brought LaDonna and Barb with me. I wanted to introduce LaDonna to you guys. This is LaDonna Rasmussen. She is going to be replacing Barb. She started a week ago Monday on the 17th, and Barb will be leaving us on the 30th of June. Those are our staff changes.
I told her personally to say in public we really appreciated the work that she's done for us, and did a really good job, and wish you the best.
Thank you very much. And I agree, she's going to be missed. She did say LaDonna is doing really a good job. Thank you.
Welcome you as well.
Thank you. Okay, the first thing I have that I need to review with you guys is, a lot of times I don't get these if it's another host county involved, but I got an increase notice from Mallard View that Carroll County Board approved a 7.3 increase, and it brought their rates from $37.28 a day to $40, and they have requested that you guys sign off on this notice, and we'll send it back with the June billing.
That's their election. Do we have any?
Carroll County's already approved it. Like I said, I normally don't get these, so.
I mean, I didn't even think that was a process that we do it for the host county sets the rate.
I think it's just an acknowledgement is what they want. Because they did say Board of Supervisors or CPC, but I thought I would make you guys aware of it. So either I can sign it or you guys can, whichever you prefer. The next thing I have to present is our on-call tracking. It's going to take long. I brought you guys copies of that too. I just made a little tracking system. And as you can see when you look through this, we haven't had any calls that have any relation to case management at all. We have had 3 telemarketer calls, which we have since done the registry thing where you can block those. We have had 2 wrong numbers, and we've had 3 months with no calls whatsoever. We've had absolutely no calls that have anything to do with case management, which is not a surprise to anyone.
Well, we had that discussion when we were insisting that we had to cover it.
And now there's rumors going around that the on-call may not stay in place. They may drop it. As yet, I've not heard anything official. So I think at this point it's wishful thinking.
Do you have any way of comparing that to other counties? What kind of activity?
I can. Word of mouth.
How does that compare to Ida County, for example? Do you know that?
Well, that's Ida County too.
It would be both of them.
Oh, I see. Okay.
I know Cherokee, nothing. The only thing there might be a little bit of a gray area with them is because they did go through Plains area, so I'm not sure whether they're tracking just case management or any kind of MI issues, which, you know, that's something totally different, but I'm not sure what their tracking is, but Lisa has indicated to me that they don't have any either. I really don't know for sure about Carroll County, but from what I've heard, grumblings at different meetings is just basically pointless.
We voiced that,
yeah.
and they just absolutely insisted that we had to do this. I mean, there was no option. We told them what a lousy investment in dollars it was, and it fell on deaf ears.
And the other thing I guess I wanted to let you guys know too is as yet the warehouse that they made available to counties, which we opted that if we were going to have calls, we wanted to serve the people ourselves. And we've done it for a low fee, I think. And the warehouse that was supposed to be available, fall of last year is still not available. So the counties that have opted to do that are still not providing any on-call service. Those counties that do that still have to have a case manager on call to take the calls from the warehouse. But as yet, there's not a contract in place, and that's not up and running. The next thing that I need to discuss with you is this individual who was initially determined legal county of settlement in Buena Vista County. After a recertification process, they do that on an annual basis, it was discovered that he was in Sac County residence for over a year without services. I still don't have the code number, but as soon as I get it, I will let you know. And I did talk to Earl this morning, and he agreed with the code, and he also said that, you know, we didn't have to go out of the session to do this. I could just do it without mentioning any names. So my recommendation for this is to do whatever code says, and what I've been told code says is we have to pay for any state hospitalizations all along. And then any services that he has received once it was determined that he was Sac County legal settlement, we'll pay for those. But anything that's not in code, we don't reimburse BB County for it. That's my recommendation.
I think that's the right thing. If the code speaks to it, there's your rule, and I think that's the right thing to do.
Okay. That's what I will do then. Okay, the next thing I have to go over with you guys is the projected cost report. I did meet with our 2080 board, which is myself and Rick and Alan Hilker from Ida County. We met on Friday, and we also reviewed these projected cost reports. I actually have two. I have one based on what our current staff is, and one based on an additional case manager. What I'm hoping to be able to do is send in whichever one reflects whatever decision is made on June 1st or shortly thereafter. They want them a little earlier this year because of the changeover in how they're going to do the billing. They have to get all that changed in ISIS, so they want them a little bit early so that we can start billing that way as of July 1st. They want to have those rates in there. So because what case managers have to do now is they have to project approximately how many units they're going to need per month. So they want to try to have those available July 1st. So they want it a month early, well, actually, yeah, at least a month early this year. So
I'd like to speak to that as a report to the board on our 2080 meeting.